Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Life in the Woods Renaissance. And I am back in the winter area. Loving this road. Man, I am so happy with how this turned out. It's the little things. I wasn't too sure about the choices of materials at first, but now that it's all down, I really like it. I think it works really well. And it really fits the kind of winter village as well. So, what I'd like to do in today's episode is I would like to build one, maybe two houses here. Just smaller ones, nothing this big. This is too big. But I want to build one or two smaller houses, just to kind of give some life to the village as we're going here. Now, I do know that I'm going to want to use chimneys and fireplaces in these ones because we built this thing with the intent of having a fireplace, and then we just couldn't really work it in a way that I liked, so I said, we'll just go without it. But I don't want to do that in these houses that we're building today. I want to design the houses kind of with the fireplace in mind, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm going to put one right here in this little area, and then I'll maybe put one over here, I think. And both of them are going to be relatively small houses. They're not going to be huge. So the first thing, I think I want to do the fireplace first, I think, for this one. So we're going to have something. Let me grab a crafting table really quick. Do I? I do not. Okay, whatever. I'll just make a new one. Not a big deal. I don't feel like running back and forth. And I suppose I could take that one with me, but it has a spot now. We can't just, we have to respect the spot. So we could go with the basalt cobblestone, but I'm looking at it and I don't think it would differentiate enough from the roof. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go the opposite and go with this soapstone cobblestone, which is a lot brighter. But I think it'll work, and we'll go something like this, I think. Like that's a real simple little fireplace. And keep in mind, I do have fire spread off in this world, so if it's not fire safe, that's okay. It's not going to burn my world down, which I think is probably for the best. So let's just build this up a little ways. Let's actually make that like so, or maybe we'll just leave it about there. And maybe something like this. And then this would be the wall right here. Oh, messed that up. There we go. So this is kind of the living room, and then the wall to the house would go about here-ish. And I think that's good. It's getting dark already, though. Why does it always start to get dark right when I start an episode and right when I start building? I'll tell you. It's a curse. It's an absolute curse. But anyway, let's go ahead and see about kind of planning this out now. Because now that we know that this is our fireplace, and what I'm thinking is this house is going to be kind of like a two-part house. We'll have part of it here that'll be shorter, like one story, and then over here, it'll go up to a second story. I think that'll be kind of cool looking. And this is a very simple little fireplace design that I think will work just fine for our purposes. So, we're good there. Let's grab some spruce and kind of lay out. Let's see. So that's 4. This is going to be a smaller house, as I said. So we'll do like that. And then this will be... We are going to have to find a way, though, to add some interest to this wall, but I think we can do that. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be like the little section of the house that is 1 story. And then this section here will go higher. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I guess. I might have to peel this hill back just a little bit. In fact, I can already tell I'm going to have to peel back the hill just a little bit so the house can fit, which is fine. That's perfectly okay. So we'll go to about there. There we go. And here. There. So that's kind of our basic house shape. And then up here, oh, falling. We'll go another 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we won't. Just kidding. Here, we're going to bring it out like that. I think. Yeah, because we want this top area to be... Oh, falling again. We want this top part to seem, at least, like it's wider. There we go. 2, 3. And then here, it's going to be a little weird. There we go. Do something like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will kind of be our basic house shape. Oop, I'm falling. Just kind of get an idea here of the framework and the shape and stuff like that. I'll have a better idea of it once I connect all that stuff up. There we go. There's 1, 2, and 3. All right. So what do we think of that? Yeah, I think that's a good, solid shape for the house. I'm trying to picture the roof, and I think the roof will work. It won't be... I'm thinking this part right here will be a really shallow, kind of rounded roof, and then the one on top will be more of this kind of barn style. Or maybe we'll do... maybe a relatively simple hipped roof would actually look good on this house. A hipped roof is kind of one of the ones that's like if this is your house, a hipped roof would kind of go like this. It would go kind of like this. But it would look better because it'll be bigger and there will actually be space to work in some detail and stuff. So, that makes a difference. But yeah, let me get some building done and I'll come back to you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, and what I'm doing is I'm actually using a little bit of a trick to make the house appear bigger than it actually is. So if you look down here, you'll see that these are flush with this log, and then these are also flush with this log. But because we've got this frame over here on the top story, it makes it look... that was actually a mistake. Please don't destroy the entire house. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. But because we have these walls here and this kind of outer frame, it makes it look like the house is bigger on the outside, even though those walls will be flush with each other. I'll show you what I mean in just a second here. Let's just take a little sleep really quick. There we go. And actually, while we're in here, we should grab some fur so we can do the floors, at least up on the second story right here. Well, Yeah, we want to cover up those ugly logs. We want to do something like that. That'll do. Okay. So now you'll see what I mean here. We've got these, we have this second story thing right here, right? But what we can do, I'm almost tempted. I'm just looking at this. I don't know that I like those fir planks right there. I don't think I do. We might have to do something creative along here, because I want this to be the floor level, not this. So maybe, since this is an odd number, maybe we can do something like that and put in fir slabs. Then it might not look as bad. Yeah, that doesn't look as bad then. With the I'm not a fan of transitions, as you guys know, where it's, like this. This is not something I'm a fan of, where it transitions from the spruce planks to the logs right there. But I think this still works, just like this. It's fine. And then up here, we can lay down fir planks without any problems. Okay, so then this will be our upstairs floor level. Now, right here, we can go ahead and lay this stuff down. Like so. And we'll do... misplace that one. And get this over here as well. And... like so. And then you can see that even though it's the same height, it looks like the top is bigger just because of the frame. I'm not loving this though. We're gonna have to do something about that, I think. Maybe let's give this a try. If we cover that up, I don't think I like it right there. Put that stair back. Maybe we put slabs underneath it? Does that look a little better? That looks somewhat better, because we're breaking up the texture, but I'm still not in love with that look. It definitely looks better than it did, though. And it looks like this is being supported a bit better than it was. Maybe we'd be better off removing these? Can you see the fur then? No? I mean, that fits this a lot better. I think we'll do that. I think we'll go ahead and remove this bottom log. I'll shorten it down by 1 block, and all will be well. So, let me get some more work done in the house, guys. I'll come back to you in just a little bit. Alright, guys, I am back, and I'm just doing some work here on the roof. And, messed that up already. That didn't take long. So I'm just doing some work on the roof of this house. And I think, as I had said before, I wanted to go with a really shallow pitched roof right here, and I definitely think that was the best decision. I'm kind of leaning towards doing something similar here, or at least as appearances go from the inside. Out here it will appear to be a bit higher, like that. And then here we'll cover that up as well. So we get this really kind of shallow pitched roof, which I think actually looks pretty good. I do want to make some of those real quick. Soapstone walls, so that we can top off our chimney like a so. That looks good. Okay, let's see how that looks from over here. Height-wise? Yeah? I mean, from here, it looks a little bit better. Just because we know that this is... you know what? I'm looking at this, and that's bothering me, so we're just going to do that. And maybe we'll do something along these lines. Make that a little thicker from this side. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a terrible look. And we could even come up here and maybe fill out the chimney right here a little bit more. Because... Well, Let's see. It's kind of a weird block height for it. I mean, it wouldn't be difficult to do something like this. To kind of, you know, fill out the chimney a little bit, make it look a bit thicker. Something like that. But I think that would be a bit too much for this house. Although, it could be cool to just kind of put it here on the back side. Like, that's not bad. And from down here, the chimney looks a lot more interesting, and you really can't tell that it's sticking out of... Yeah, you really can't tell that it's flush right there. Like, I know that it is, but you think it's just part of the roof. So it actually looks all right, even though it's a little derp from over here. But I think it'll work. I mean, it creates the effect that I want to create. Gives us a little chimney there, which I think is good. We will obviously want a fire going in here and some of that kind of stuff. But this is coming along. It's coming along quite nicely, in fact. So, I think, and maybe we'll go without windows here, and just put like a window here, and then here, and here, and here, and there. And then we can kind of do the same over here, maybe pair of windows there, and a pair of windows over here, and then maybe just one window right here, and like something else on the other side. I mean, this side you're really not going to see much anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal whether we do windows or not, because the focus comes from this side. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Now, I do need to do some work on the roof of the top part. So let me get some work done there, guys, and I'll come back to you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've pretty much finished up the house. I still need to make a few more of these iron bars to put in the windows, like so. But for all intents and purposes, this house is finished. I don't know if I'm going to do a major interior in here. I might do something, but let's go ahead and light the fire. And fire spread is off, so it won't spread and kill us all, which is good. Maybe right here, it would be smart to extend that out a little bit, just so, then again, I don't really like that either. Maybe we just leave it like it was. Just like this. I don't know. I'll think of something. Ooh, actually, I know what I'll do. I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's grab 3 carpenter's blocks. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. Apply textures to them. It doesn't particularly matter what. And then we can put this, and that gives us that little bit of elevation, which is what we need. So I think that'll do. There's our little fireplace. And then upstairs, we just got to put in windows. Oh. There we go. And in the top floor, windows. Now, I know this was supposed to be a small house. It didn't really end up that way. I got carried away. It happens. It's okay. We could do maybe some kind of... What would we think of something like that? Yeah, that's not bad. It's kind of interesting. A little more interesting than just having the stairs themselves go straight up. I think I'll keep it. So there we have it. Another little kind of interesting house. Also, before I forget, someone was kind enough to mention in the comments, I'm sorry I forget your name, but somebody mentioned in the comments that this style of roof is not a Dutch gabled roof. It is a Dutch gambrel roof. Gambrel. And that person was correct. It is a gambrel roof, not a gabled roof. I mix the two up all the time for some reason, probably because they sound so similar. But it is a Dutch gambrel roof, or just a gambrel roof. Same thing. But it's this kind of slight, steep, slight curve, almost a bell shape. It's almost a bell-shaped roof, like you would see on like a barn or something like that. But that's what this is. I just wanted to mention that really quick. But we have another house in our village. It's a little bigger than I had originally intended. But you know what? It's not too bad. It's kind of cute, and it's homely, and I like it. And I think we're actually kind of okay to just leave this side alone, especially if I plant like a spruce tree or something like right here. It'll kind of cover this up. But with the lake there and stuff, I'm not too worried about it at the moment. But there you have it, guys. Another house added to the village, and that is all that I have time for in today's episode. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it. It really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Maybe, why did that fire go out? It wasn't supposed to. Fire spread is off. So stuff should burn indefinitely. Maybe I'll need netherrack. Anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.